Hello children, today I'm here to teach you chapter 13 in your textbook, that's decimals. So in this lesson, we are doing recognizing decimal numbers, compare decimal numbers and add decimal numbers having two decimal places. Look at this diagram. Following figure is divided into 10 equal parts and shaded only one part. So what's the area of the shaded part as a fraction? Out of 10, one part is shaded. So you can write 1 out of 10. So 1 out of 10, how can we write as a decimal? So we can write 1 over 10 as 0.1. That's how we read 0.1. So what is this means? This is the decimal point. And here to the left hand side, it's the digit in ones place. And to the right side, that's the digit in the first decimal place. So when you take any number 0.3 something, you need to know what is this point. That's the decimal point. And towards right side, this is the first decimal place. And these are the ones place, tens place and hundreds place. Look at this diagram. How many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Altogether 10. 10 equal parts are there. And how many parts shaded? 1, 2, 3. So as a fraction of shaded part, I can write this as 3 over 10. So 3 over 10, that means dividing by 10. How can I write as a decimal number? I can write this as 0.3. This is read as 0.3. Convert the following fractions to decimals. So you need to know when you are dividing by 10, you get one decimal place. So 1 over 10, you can write as 0.1. 3 over 10, 0.3. 7 over 10, 0.7. 8 over 10, 0.8. 9 over 10, 0.9. 6 over 10, 0.6. 2 over 10, 0.2. 5 over 10, you can write 0.5. And 4 over 10, 0.4. Convert the following decimals to fractions with denominator 10. Now, other way round. We know that if it's one decimal place, you get 10 in the denominator. So 4 is the number, 4 over 10. Now you can simplify this fraction. 4 over 10 I can write as, divide by 2 both the numerator and the denominator, 2 over 5. But they are asking not to simplify. Here, decimals to fractions with denominator 10. So no need to simplify. 0.3, how can I write with denominator 10? 3 over 10. 0.9, 9 over 10. 0.5, that's 5 over 10. 0.7 is 7 over 10. And 0.2, we can write 2 over 10. Look at this figure. How many parts shaded? All parts are shaded, fully shaded, this figure. So 10 parts are there and 10 parts shaded. So how can we write this number in decimal? 10 parts shaded out of 10. So as a fraction, 10 over 10. So when you are writing this one. If it's one part, 1 out of 10, we know that. That's 0.1. If it's 10 parts, so that means 10 times of 0.1. So what's 10 times of 0.1? You get 1. So you get whole 1 part. So there's no decimal places there. Look at this diagram. In the following diagram, 1 whole part and 3 parts of the 10 are shaded. So 1 full part and 3 parts. So 1 full part means I can write 10 over 10. 3 full parts out of 10, 3 over 10. So if you want to add these two, these are fraction addition. So 10 and 10 is the same denominator. This becomes 10 plus 3. That's 13. So what is 13 over 10? We can write as 1.3. So 1.3. So when you take 1.3, we know this is the decimal point and this is ones place and this is tens place. Now see the difference? We put THS after the decimal point. The words are tens, hundreds, thousands. So we put THS for that. Write these decimals as how you read 1.7. 1.7. 3.5. 3.5. 4.8. 4.8. 7.7. 7.7. 9.0. 9.0. This one 8.4. 8.4. Write the decimal numbers. 4.3. 4.3. 21.6. 21.6. 34.9. 34.9. 86.4. 86.4. 133. 133.7. 78.9. 78.9. Now look at this one, 27.5. So this is the first decimal place after the decimal point. This is the ones place and this is the tens place. T-E-N-S, tens. The other side we call tens. T-E-N-T-H-S, tens place. So what it means now when you take the first decimal place, that means 5 times 1 over 10. This is 7 times 1. This is 2 times 10. So what is 5 times 1 over 10? That's 5 over 10. Or you can write 0.5. This one 7 times 1. 7 times 1, you get 7. 2 times 10. 2 times 10, you get 20. So when you add it all together, you get 5, 7, 2, 27.5. So 27.5. Expand these decimal numbers. So you can write this one as 30, 3 in tens place, 8 in ones place, that's 8. And then add 0.4. 49.4, you can expand 40 plus 9 plus 0.4. 52.7, 50 plus 2 plus 0.7. 65.4, 60 plus 5 plus 0.4. 88.8, 80 plus 8 plus 0.8, 0.8. 93.9, you can write 90 plus 3 plus 0.9. Write the decimal numbers represented by the following expanded form. 30 plus 7, 37, and adding 0.3, 37.3. 80 plus 5, 85, 85 plus 0.2, 0.2, 85.2. 70 plus 9 and adding 0.7, 79.7. 340 and 8, 348. And the decimal places you get 0.2. 279.3. 800 plus 80, 880 plus 8, 888.8. Look at this one. Show 27.9 on an abacus. So when you take the abacus, this is ones place. And this is tens, this is hundreds. And we take 1 over 10. That's the first decimal place, 0.1. 1 over tens place. 1 over tens place is that. So if I write in words, I have to write this is hundreds. Hundreds. This is tens. This is ones. And this is tens place. Tens, THS. Tens place. So we'll put the beads. 0.9 means here 9 beads here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 beads in the ones place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 2 in tens place. 1, 2. So that's 27.9. Now show 348.6 on an abacus. So this is hundreds place. Tens, ones and tens place. So we can mark it. So 300, that means 3 beads in hundreds place. 4 in tens place. And 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in ones place and 6 in tens place, 1 decimal place. Look at this diagram. There are 100 squares and 17 parts are shaded. So 17 squares shaded here. Fraction part of the shaded region. So out of 100, 17 parts shaded. This fraction can be written as 0. So this fraction 17 over 100 can be written as a decimal point 0.17. 0.17. Now you see, when you divide by 100, you get two decimal places. So this is the first decimal place and this is the second decimal place. When writing this decimal as a fraction with denominator 100, we get two decimal places and it represents two zeros. So remember, when you divide by 100, you get two decimal places in the decimal number. Convert following fractions to decimals. Now all the numbers divided by 100. So what you do? You put here two places, 0.03, 3 over 100. 7 over 100 we can write 0.07. 9 over 100, 0.09. 2 over 100, 0.02. 4 over 100 we can write 0.04 and 8 over 100, 0.08. So two decimal places when you divide by 100. Convert following fractions to decimals. So all these, you see, denominator is 100. So that means you get two decimal places. 0.17. 28 over 100, 0.28. 23 over 100, 0.23. And 89 over 100, 0.89. And 52 over 100, 0.52. 77 over 100, 0.77. 93 over 100, 0.93. And 29 over 100, 0.29. And 88 over 100, 0.88. And 57 over 100, 0.57. So 10 over 100, what's 10 over 100? So what happens 10 over 100 here? That's 0.10. So what happens here? We can simplify. Divide by 10, you get 1 over 10. So that's why you get one decimal place, 0.1. So you have to understand, if you write 0.10 or 0.1, that's the same thing. So you can add any number of zeros to the right side, the value doesn't change. Only you can't add numbers to this side, then it's wrong. But zeros you can add after the decimal point, the value is not changing. So 0.10 is the same as 0.1. Convert these to decimals. So what we can write? I can simplify. Divide by 10. We can write 3 over 10. 3 over 10 is 0.3. Divide by 10. I get 4 over 10. This becomes 0.4. Divide by 10. This is 7 over 10. 0.7. 90 divided by 100 means 9 over 10. Divide by 10. So 0.9. 80 divided by 100. 8 over 10. 0.8. 20 over 100. 2 over 10. 0.2. Look at this number, 34.17. So this is the second decimal place. We can say this is hundredths place. Hundredths place. First decimal place, that's tenths. This is ones place. And this is tens place. If you take the value wise, this is hundredths place means 1 over 100. Tens place means 1 over 10. And ones place means 1. And tens place means 10. So if you take the value wise, so 1 over 100 times 7. That's 0.07. 1 over 10 times 1. 0.1. And 4 times 1. 1 times 4. 1 times 4. You get 4 here. And 10 times 3. That's 30. So when you add all together, we get 34.17. So when you are adding, keep the decimal point aligned in a column. Write the following decimals in expanded form. So I can write 3 here is actually 30. 4 means 4. That's ones place. Then 0.1, first decimal place, and second decimal place 0.07. That's the value. 53.32, I can write 50 and then 3.3 and 0.02. 67.56, 60 plus 7 plus 0.5 and 0.06. 49.89, I can write 40 plus 9 plus 0.8 and 0.09. 84.34, I can write 80 plus 4 plus 0.3 plus 0.04. 99.99, I can write 90 plus 9 plus 0.9 and 0.09 is the last one. 0.09. Look at this one. Show following numbers on an abacus. 34.17. So 3 in tens place. So tens place, you need to put 3 beads. 4 is there in ones place. That means 4. Tens place, the first decimal place, that's 1. And 7 in the hundredths place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 49.37, how can you show that? 49.37, 4 in tens place. 9 in ones place. Then tens place, first decimal place 3. And 7 in the hundredths place. So that's the number on an abacus. 375.89. So here 3 is in the hundredths place. 7 in the tens place. And 5 in ones place. And 8 in first decimal place, tens place. And 9 in the second decimal place, that's hundredths place. So that's how we show this number. 408.75, 4 in hundreds place and nothing in tens place, and 8 in ones place, 7 in tens place, and 5 in hundreds place. Write the following numbers shown by the abacus. So here, this is the decimal point, and here 2 beads are there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.29. And this is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3. 364.29. This one point is here. And 2 in tens place, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in hundreds place. And ones place, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And nothing in tens place, that means 0. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in hundreds place, 509.25. This one, this is the decimal place. After the decimal place, nothing. That means 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the hundreds place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the units place, ones place. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 747.09. This one, point is there. After the point, nothing here in tens place, and 3 in hundreds place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in ones place. 3 in tens place. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in hundreds place, and 3 in thousands place. So 3639.03. Write the following decimals. 23.5. 23.51. 38. 38.64. 124 point. 120. 4.58. 358.62. 358.62. 604. 604.05. Write these decimals as how you read. 25. 0.78. Next number, 408.92. 408.92. 512.56. 512.56. 84.84. 84.84. 59.36. 3, 5. 59.35. So that's how we write down. Complete the table. Look at the numbers. So you are asked to write down the digits in hundreds place, tens place, ones place, and tenths place and hundreds place. 28.75. So nothing in hundreds place. 2 in tens place, 8 in ones place, 7 in tens place, and 5 in the hundreds place. If you take 9.14, nothing in hundreds, nothing in tens, 9 in ones, 1 in tens, and 4 in hundreds. 32.09, nothing in hundreds, 3 in tens, 2 in ones, nothing in tens place, so you can put 0, 0 in tens place, and 9 in hundreds place. 48.92, not in hundreds, so 4, 8, 9, 2. 0.01, so zeros, all these zeros. So here ones place 0, so I'll put nothing there, so this is 0, 1. And how can we write down these numbers in decimals? Hundreds place 8, 4, 3, then 0.57. This number hundreds place 2, 200.34. And this one you get 385.07. Compare decimal numbers. We'll see how we can compare decimal numbers. Select the largest number out of 0.5 and 0.3. 0.5 and 0.3. We know we can convert 0.3 to a fraction 3 over 10. 0.5, I can write 5 over 10. So here I know when you take these two fractions, denominator is the same. 5 is bigger than 3. So I know 5 is greater than 3. So I can take 5 over 10 is greater than 3 over 10. So what is 5 over 10 means? 0.5. So I can write 0.5 is greater than 0.3. So 0.5. So this is the first decimal place. This is the first decimal place. So what you do when you get a decimal number, looking at the first decimal place can identify the larger number. So if the first decimal place is bigger, that means the whole decimal place is bigger. But if there are numbers, you have to consider those numbers. In this case, first the ones place 0. Then you have to take the next step. That's the first decimal place. Select which symbol satisfy following numbers. Now all the first digit is zeros. So that means ones place nothing. Then what's the next step? You look at the first decimal place. First decimal place, which one is bigger? 0.3. 5 and 2. 0.5 is bigger than 0.2. 9 and 8. 9 is bigger than 8. So 0.9 is bigger than 0.8. 7 or 8. 8 is bigger. So 0.8 is bigger than 0.7. 4 and 9. 9 is bigger. 3 and 1. 3 is bigger. 1 and 5, 5 is bigger, and 6 and 9, 9 is bigger. So that's how we compare decimal numbers. Select the largest number out of 0.32 and 0.53. Now you get two decimal places. So how can I write this one in fractions? I can write 32 over 100. This one is 53 over 100. I know that. The same denominator, I can look at the numerator. So 53 is greater than 32. So I can write 53 over 100 is greater than 32 over 100. That means 0.53 is bigger than 0.32. So now what we do, when you get two decimal places, still you look at the first one. If the first number is bigger, means that the whole decimal number is bigger. So by looking at the first decimal place, can identify the larger number. So look at these numbers and identify whether it's greater or less. First decimal place, 7, 5. 7 is bigger. 9, 8. 9 is bigger. 4, 7. 7 is bigger. 6, 9. 9 is bigger. 2 or 3. 3 is bigger. 4 and 7. 7 is bigger. 3 and 1. 3 is bigger. And 6 and 7. 7 is bigger. So when you are comparing decimals, first look at the first decimal place. Whatever the value is larger, the whole decimal number is larger than the other. Select the largest number out of 0.67 and 0.69. Now what happens? The first decimal place is the same. Then what you do? You have to look at the second decimal place. So what's the second decimal place here? So this is 7. Second decimal place is here 9. So which one is bigger? 9 is bigger than 7. So we can say this number is bigger than this. 0.67 is less than 0.69. So if the first decimal place is the same, you go to the next one and see which one is bigger. As the first decimal place is the same, by looking at the second decimal place, can identify the larger number. Now look at these decimal numbers and see which one is greater or less. First decimal place is the same. Then the second decimal place, 8 or 9. 9 is bigger. Second decimal place, 9 and 7. 9 is bigger. 8 and 4. 8 is bigger. 8 and 9. 9 is bigger. 8 or 7. 8 is bigger. 9 or 4. 9 is bigger. 2 or 8. 8 is bigger. And 3, 5. 5 is bigger. So when the first decimal place is the same, look at the second decimal place. First, by checking the whole number, first decimal place, second decimal place in order, we can identify the larger number. Write the following decimal in ascending order. So you can start from the units place or whatever tens place from the left. Here, this is ascending, means smallest. So when you take the whole number, these two are the smallest. Now out of that, 3, 7, first and second both are the same. So what you do, you look at the third decimal place. 3 or 8, 3 is the smallest. So 0.373 is the smallest. Then 0.378. Now we can look at the units place. Ones place, this is 7. This is 3 and this is 37. That's more than 3. So we can write 3.73 and then 37.3. That's the largest number. Look at these numbers. What's the first one? Lowest is 4. So 4.25 is the lowest. Then 5. By looking at the ones place, you can identify here. Then this is 6. And finally, this is 8.193. So you don't need to look at the decimal places. Just by looking at the ones place, you can identify the lowest to highest. Fill in the blanks. So 0.82, I can write 82 over 100 as a fraction. So that means 8 out of 10 and 2 out of 100. Because second decimal place. So how you read the value? 0.82. Now this one done for you, 27 over 100. You can split like that. So now we'll do this one, 0.358. I'll first write down the name, 0.358. So how can we split this? This is divided by 1000. I can write 3 over 10. 5 over 100 and 8 over 1000. Third decimal place. This one 0.43. So how can I write 43 over 100? 43 over 100 I can split as 4 over 10 and 3 over 100. This one 0.57. 0.57. That's 57 over 100. I can split this to 5 over 10 and 7 over 100. That's the second decimal place. 7 is in the second decimal place. Now look at this one, fill in the blanks. So you have given a number and you have to fill tens place, ones place, tens place and hundreds place, and the third decimal place we call thousands place. So 34.587, 3 is in tens place, 4 is in ones place, and here 5, that's the first decimal place, this is second decimal place, and 7 is the third decimal place. Let's take 23.074. So 2 is in the tens place, ones place 3, nothing there. So we'll put 0 for tens place, 7 for hundreds place, and 4 here. Take the next one, 28.524. 2, 8 is there, 5, 2, 4. And 10.057. So 1, 0, then nothing, 0, 5, 7. And 40.305, 403, not 5. 67.55, 6 is in tens place, this is in ones place. And first decimal place is 5, 5, and nothing in the thousands place. Now we look at how we add decimal numbers, 0.3 and 0.4. So we can convert to a fraction. 0.3 I can write 3 over 10. 0.4 I can write 4 over 10. Now I know how to add fractions. Same denominator, you can just add the numerator values. 3 plus 4, you get 7. But what is 7 over 10? That's 0.7. We'll take another one, 1.4. How can I write 1.4? 1 and 4 over 10. 2.3, 2 and 3 over 10. I know how to add fractions. 2 plus 1, 3. Add the whole numbers. And then 4 plus 3. That's 7 over 10. So what is 7 over 10? 0.7. So 3 plus 0.7, 3.7. Now we'll use another method. So when you want to add decimals, no need to convert to fractions. There's an easy way. So we write the question in a column. So 1.4 plus 2.3 aligning with this decimal point in a column. That's the most important part. So the decimal point align in a column. Now we can just add like normal addition. Tens place together and then units place, ones place together. And then the most important thing is you have to put the decimal point at the correct place. Now we'll add 4 plus 3, 7. 2 plus 1, 3. So you get the same answer, 3.7. Now we'll use that method to add decimals. So you write in a column. So this is ones place, tens place and hundreds place. So 2.37 and 3.45. Normal addition. So here 2.37, 3.45. You can do normal addition. 7 plus 5, 12. 1, you take it to the next level. 4 plus 3, 7 plus 1, 8. And align the decimal place in a column. 3 plus 2, 5. This one 3.84 and 4.69. Add it. 9 plus 4, 13. 1, you take it to the tens place. 9 plus 6, 15. And take 1 to the ones place. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. 8.53. Another question, addition. 9 plus 6, 15. You take 1 to this one. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 1, 13. And take 1 here. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. And align the decimal point in a column. This one, 7 plus 6, 13. And take 1 here. 10 plus 5, 15. Take 1 here. 5 plus 2, that's 7. So 7.53. When adding decimals, add digits as normal and keep the decimal point aligned with the column. Add the following decimals. 5 plus 3, 8. Then put the decimal point here. 0 plus 1 is 1. 2. Here 8 plus 1, 9. 2 plus 1, 3. 7 plus 5, 12. And 1 you take it to the next level. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. This one, 8 plus 7, 15. Take 1. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. This one, 9 plus 9, 18. Take 1 here. 4 and 4, 8 plus 1, 9. 3 plus 1, 4. 8 plus 2, 10. So you get 10.4. This one, 2 decimal places, but same procedures. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. And then put the decimal point. 3 plus 1, you get 4. 7 plus 4, 11. 1, you take it here. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 4, 14. 1, you take it here. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 8.41. Now we'll do subtraction. 0.8 minus 0.3. So same thing. You write in a column so that the decimal point is aligned in a column. Now subtract. 8 minus 3, you get 5. So 0.5. This one 7.64 minus 3.18. So write in a column and just subtract. You can't subtract 8 from 4. Take 1 from this side. 14 minus 8 is 6. Now here that's 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. And 7 minus 3, that's 4. Subtract these two now. In this one only tens place and this is hundreds place. So when you are writing, make sure that you put a 0 for the missing one. So hundreds place, nothing there, so you put a 0. Now you can subtract 34.70, 15.83. So subtract, you have to take 1 from here. 10 minus 3, that's 7. This becomes 6. You can't subtract, take 1. 16 minus 8, that's 8. This becomes 3. Again, you can't subtract, take 1 from here. So this becomes, this is 3. So 13 minus 5, 8. And this becomes 2. 2 minus 1, that's 1. Look at this one, 8.37 minus 3.50. 7 minus 0, you get 7. 3 minus 5, you can't do, take 1 from here. 13 minus 5, that's 8. So this becomes 7. 7 minus 3, 4. So 4.87. Subtract the following decimal numbers. 7 minus 3, 4. 5 minus 4, 1. 6 minus 3, 3. 7 minus 2, 5. This number, 5 minus 3, you get 2. 3 minus 1, 2. 8 minus 2, 6. 9 minus 6, 3. That's straightforward. 5 minus 2, 3. Now you can't subtract, you have to take 1 from here. 16 minus 7 is 9. Now here this becomes 7. 7 minus 7, 0. 7 minus 2, that's 5. So 50.93. 9 minus 7, 2. 3 minus 1, 2. Then put the decimal point. You can't subtract 7 from 1, take 1. 11 minus 7 is 4. This becomes 3. 3 minus 2, you get 1. Subtract the following decimal numbers. 5 minus 3, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. Then decimal point. 7 minus 1 is 6. You can't subtract 8 from 4, take 1. 14 minus 8, that's 6. This becomes 6. 6 minus 3, 3. With the decimal point. 9 minus 1, that's 8. Can we subtract 7 from 5? You can't. Take 1 from here. 15 minus 7, you get 8. This becomes 1. You can't subtract, take 1. 11 minus 7 is 4. Then this is 5. 5 minus 3, you get 2. What about this one? 3 minus 1, 2. 7 minus 6, 1. 4 minus 2, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. Here you can't subtract. Take 1. 17 minus 8, 9. Then this becomes 8. 8 minus 8, 0. Then put the decimal point. 8 minus 2, you get 6. This one you can't subtract 5 from 0. Take 1. 10 minus 5, that's 5. This becomes 2. Again take 1 here. 12 minus 3, that's 9. It is decimal point. This becomes 1 here now. 1. So that means 11 minus 7, 4. So you have taken 1 there. So that means This becomes 0. You can't subtract 0, so you take 1 from here as well. 10 minus 2, 8. And this becomes 6. We'll check it again. When you add these two, you are getting this number. 5, 5, 10 and 13. And 7 plus 4, 11, 12. 1 remaining. 9 plus 2, 11. And yeah, you are getting 712.30. So answer is 684.95. Look at this question. 2 pieces of wire with length 3.17 centimeters and 1.5 centimeters cut from a wire of length 26.28. Find the length of the remaining part. Total length cut from the wire. So you can add the two values. So when you add it, what you get? 7, 6, 4. So total length 3.17 and 1.5. When you add it, you get 4.67. See, we put a 0 showing that the hundreds place is 0. Now the total length is 26.28. This part is 4.67. So you can find the remaining part by subtracting. We'll subtract these two. 8 minus 7. That's 1. Then 12 minus 6. That's 6. So this becomes 5 now. 5 minus 4, 1. And this is 2. Check it again. 8, 12. And here 5 plus 1. So you get the answer. 21.61 centimeters is the remaining length. Find the balance when buying a pen worth 16.50. That means 16 rupees and 50 cents. A pencil worth 8 rupees and 75 cents and a book worth 28 rupees and 50 cents when giving 100 rupee note. What's the cost of a pen? 16.50. Cost of a pencil? 8.75. So you have to write in a column so that the decimal point align in a column. Cost of book? 28.50. Now we'll add and see what's the total cost. 5, 10 plus 7, 17. 1, we can add it here. 8 and 8, 16. 16 plus 1, 17. 17 plus 6, 23. 2, you can take it there. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. So 53 rupees and 75 cents. That's the total cost. So how we find out the balance? Amount given is 100 rupees. We can put 2 zeros for the first decimal place and the second decimal place because in this one you get 2 decimal places. So you have to subtract the total cost. When you do that, what you get as the balance? You can't subtract, so you take 1 from here. So all these becomes 9. Now we need to subtract these two. We can't subtract 5 from 0. So you have to take 1 from this. 10 minus 5, that's 5. So this becomes 9 now. 9 minus 7, that's 2. And here this is 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. And 9 minus 5, that's 4. So when you add it, you need to get 100. Check it. So here 0, 0. And when you take it, that's 10, 10. So that's the answer. So what's the balance? 46 rupees and 25 cents. Look at this question. Rajita traveled 2.73 kilometer distance by bicycle, 12.23 kilometer distance by bus, and 1.2 kilometer by foot. Find the total distance he travelled. Distance by bicycle, that's 2.73. Distance by bus, 12.23. And distance by foot, 1.2. We can put a 0 because the hundredths place, there's no number. Now, total distance means we need to add all these. 3 plus 3, 6. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 2, 11. And take 1 here. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. So 1 there. So what's the answer? Total distance is 16.16 kilometers. Look at this question. A seller has given 3.75 meters of materials to Sunila, 4.15 meters of materials to Nimala, and 2.25 meters of materials to Ranila. Find the remaining length of material if the total length of the roll is 12.5 meters. So first we have to add all the values and see what's the total length. And then you subtract that value from the full length, 12.5. So we'll add it first. Length given to Sunila, that's 3.75. Length given to Nimala, 4.15. And length given to Ranila, 2.25. Now add all these. That's the total length. 5 and 5, 10, 15. 1 remaining. 8, 9, 11. 1 there. So 4, 4, 8, 8 plus 2, 10. So 10.15 meters is the total length. Now what's the full length of the roll? 12.5. And this one is 10.15. Now see, you have to put a 0 there because there's no number in the hundredths place. Now subtract to get the remaining length. 10 minus 5, that's 5. So this becomes 4 now. 4 minus 1, 3. And 2 minus 0, 2. So 2.35 meters is the remaining length. Now we'll look at exercises in your textbook. Exercise 13.1. Fill in the blanks of the table below. Number is given. You have to write in words. 1.8. This one, 25.7. This one, 10.6. 10.6. What about this number? 69. 69.4. Now read this number. 18. 0.2. Now write this number 396. 396.7. 396.7. Write down the value represented by each abacus below. Ones 4 and tens 1. So 4.1. This one tens 1 there, and here nothing in ones place, so that means 0. and tens place 2. 10.2. This one, ones place 1 and tens place 2. So 1.2. Represent each of the numbers below on an abacus. Tens, ones, tens. So this is tens place. So that means 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, they are in the tens place. 9.6. Ones place 9 and 6 in tens place. That's 9.6. 9.9, how can we show? Ones place 9 and tens place 9. 15.2. Tens place 1 and ones place 5 and tens place 2. Look at this one. Write down the value represented by each digit in each of the numbers given below. 0.7. So this is tens place, means 1 over 10. 1 over 10 times 7 actually. So tens place. 9.6. So this 6 means 1 over 10 into 6. This means ones place. That means 1 into 9. 9.9. This is tens place. 1 over 10 times 9. This means ones place. 1 into 9. 15.2. This is tens place. 1 over 10 times 2. This is ones place. That means 1 into 5. And this is tens place. 10 into 1. Example number 1. Complete the following table. You have given the number, digit, name of the position of the digit and value represented by the digit. This is 3 means that's in the tens place. Value represented by the digit, that's 1 over 10 times 3. That's 0.3. 1.28. 8 is in the hundreds place. So you can write 8. So that means 1 over 100 into 8. 0.08. 14.65. 4. 4 is in the ones place. And here that means 1 into 4. That's 4. 25.39. 9 is in the hundreds place. Hundreds. That means 1 over 100 into 9. 0.09. 1991.060. 0 is in the tens place. That means 1 over 10 into 0, you get 0. Exercise 13.2. Write down each fraction below using decimal place. So 4 over 10. So 1 decimal place, 0.4. 28 over 100, the denominator is 100 means 2 decimal places, 0.28. 7 over 10, you can write 0.7, 1 decimal place. 9 over 100, 2 decimal places, 0.09. 30 over 100. So here I can divide by 10. 3 over 10, I can write 0.3. 8 over 10, I can write 0.8. Write down the numbers below in words. How we write this one? 0.1. This one, 0.52. 12 point. 7. 18 point. 3. 8.99. 'Write down the number represented by each abacus below. So this is tens place. So this is nothing there in ones place. 0.13. This one ones place 1. And see 1.12. Tens place 2 there. So 2, nothing. Tens place 2. Nothing in ones place means you have to put a 0. And tens place also nothing. That means you have to put a 0. And hundreds place 1, 2, 3, 4. So 20.04. The numbers below are given in words. Write them using digits. 0.21. 0.21. 1.1. 1.1. 102. 102.02. 17 point. 17.17. 10.85. Complete the following table. You have given the number, digit, name of the position and value represented by the digit. 2. 2 means ones place. Ones position. And then value. 1 times 2, value is 2. 0.61, 6 is the tens place. So that means 1 over 10 into 6. That means 0.6. 21.177. 7 is in the hundreds place. Then that's 1 over 100 into 7. 0.07. Then 1.03, we are looking at 0. That's tens place. That means 1 over 10 into 0 is 0. 2.00 means the tens place. So here 1 over 10 into 0 again, 0. And 9 is in this number, that's in tens place. That means 1 over 10 into 9, 0.9. Example number 1, write down the numbers in ascending order. So first look at the units place, ones place. 3 is the smallest. Then out of these two, now take the tens place. Which number is the smallest? 5 or 7? 5. So 3.52 is the smallest. Then 3.76. And the larger number is 4.15. Example number 2. Find the greater number from 8.76 and 8.72. First digit, ones place, same. Second digit also the same. Then what you do, you look at the next place, hundreds place. 6 and 2. So which number is larger, 6 or 2? So 6 is larger than 2. So that means 8.76 is the greater number. Example 3, write down the numbers in ascending order. So starting from the ones place, nothing there. Second digit means the tens place, 330. So that means 0.03 is the smallest. Then what you do, you look at the second decimal place. Here second decimal place from these two, this is 0, 30 and 33. So which number is smaller? 0.3 then 0.33. So that's the largest number, 0.33. Exercise 13.3. Out of each pair of numbers below, write down the greater number. So first one digit is ones place, both the same. Then second digit, 5 is greater than 1. So 0.5 is the greater value. Look at this one. First digit is the same. Then the tens place digit, 6 is the larger number. So 0.6 is the greater number. Look at this one, ones place, same. Then look at the tens place. 5 is greater than 3. So this digit we are comparing. So that means 2.53 is the greater number. Compare these two. 3 is the same. Next digit, 0 or 5. 5 is greater than 0. So that means 3.51 is the greater value. These two, 7 is the same. Then next digit, 1 or 0. 1 is greater than 0. That means 7.1 is the greater value. Here, 2 and 5. Straight away we can see one's place value is the highest one, 5 greater than 2. So that means 5.21 is the greater value. For each pair of decimals below, fill in the blanks using one of the symbols. Comparison. So first decimal place, 5. 5 is bigger than 0. So that's this way. First decimal place, 7. So here, if you put zeros for any number, that's equal. 2 or 3. First digit, 3 is bigger. So you put this way. First digit is the same. Then tens place, 4 is bigger. So this is bigger. 1.2, nothing or 0 means that's the same value. Then 2.8, both are the same. Then the next digit, hundreds place, 5 or 2. 5 is bigger than 2. Arrange the numbers below in ascending order. Smallest one, look at from the ones place digit, 0, 0. So 2.05 is the highest number. That's the largest. From this 0 and 2, 2 is the smallest number. So 0.25 is the smallest. Then out of these two, 5, 0 and 5, 2. 2 is bigger, so 0.5 then and 0.52. Look at the ones place, 2, 3, 1, 4. So straight away we can see 1.23, then 2.35, and then 3.78 and 4.35. This one starting from the ones place, 0, here 4 and 0. So we have to compare these two first. Which one is smaller? The first decimal place, that's 0 and 4. So this is the smallest. 0.04 is the smallest. Then 0.44. Now we have to compare 4 or 4.04. So here 4.00. 4 means 4.00. So that's the next number. And last one is 4.04. That's the highest. Look at this one. First digit, ones place, 1, 1, 3, 3. So we have to first compare these two. Then first decimal place 3, second decimal place 1 or 3 is the smallest one, 1.31, and the next one is 1.33. Now take a look at these two. First number is the same. Second place means tens place. Second means the tens place. So 1 or 0? Smaller, 0. So 3.03, and the last one is 3.13. Exercise 13.4. Find the value. Addition of decimal numbers. So what you do? Align the decimal point in a column. 3 plus 1, 4, 0 and 0, 0.4. 3 plus 1, 4, 7 plus 2, 9. And this is 0.94. 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 1, 8. 5 plus 2, 7. 3 plus 2, 5. 8 plus 3, 11. 1, you take it to this level. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. Here, nothing there means put 0. 5. 8 plus 7, 15. 1, you take it here. 3 and 3, 6. This one, 8 plus 2, 10. We take 1 there. 1 and 1, 2. 5 plus 6, 11. Take 1 here. 4. 4 plus 2, 6. 8 plus 5, 13. Take 1 here. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 8 plus 4, 12. Take 1. 10 plus 1, 11. Take 1 here. 2 plus 3, that's 5. 8 plus 2, 10. Take 1. 9 plus 5, 14. Take 1 here. 10 plus 3, 13. So 13.40. 6 plus 4, 10. Take 1. 9 plus 1, 10. Take 1 here. So 6 plus 4, 10. So 10.00. The electricity consumption of a household in the first 2 weeks of last month was 45.7 units. The electricity consumption in the last 2 weeks was 50.3 units. What is the total electricity consumption during the last month? So you have to add those two. So first 2 weeks, $45.7. Last 2 weeks, 50.3. So the total, you have to add the two. Align the decimal point. 7 plus 3, 10. 1 you take here, 6 and 9. So 96.0 units. Example number 1. Find the value. Now the subtraction. We can write in a column. 12.7, 8.53. Here nothing there means we put a 0 and subtract. 10 minus 3, 7. This becomes 6. 6 minus 5, 1. Then 12 minus 8, 4. 4.17. Exercise 13.5. Find the value. So we can just subtract as normal and put the decimal place later. 9 plus 5. This is subtraction. 9 minus 5, 4. Put the decimal place, so 0.4. 6 minus 5, 1. 3 minus 2, 1. 1.1. You can't subtract 7 from 3. Take 1. 13 minus 7 is 6. This becomes 1 minus 1, 0. 9 minus 1, 8. 3 minus 2, 1. 8 minus 2, 6. This one you can't subtract. 15 minus 8, that's 7. This becomes 7. 2 minus 1, 1. What about this one? Take 1 from here. 18 minus 9, that becomes 9. So here this is 9 there. 9 minus 7, 2. And this becomes 4. 4 minus 1, 3 and 1. Now we'll check it. When you add these two, you are getting this one. 18 and 10, 1 remaining. 5 and 1. So that's correct. 8 minus 4, 4. Take 1 from here. 10 minus 8, 2. Now this becomes 4 and 1. You can't subtract 4 from 2. Take 1. So that's 12 minus 4, 8. This becomes 1. Again you take 1. So 11 minus 3, 8. Now here this becomes 6. 6 minus 5, 1. This one you can't subtract. So take 1 from here. 11 minus 9. That's 2. This becomes 9. 9 minus 9, 0. And here this is 9, 0. And this is 8 is now 7. 7 minus 1, 6. Add it and see. 11, 10 and 10. That's correct. Now subtract these two. You can't subtract 9 from 8. Take 1. 18 minus 9 is 9. So this becomes 9. 9 minus 9, 0. And this is 1. 1 minus 1, 0. So 0.09. Look at this one. Nimal and Sunil inherited 0.75 of the total land owned by their father. If Nimal inherited 0.48 of the total land, how much of the land did Sunil inherit? So that means just subtraction. So the total is 0.75. So Nimal inherited 0.48. So when you subtract these two, you can find out the amount that Sunil inherited. So we can't subtract. Take 1. 15 minus 8, that's 7. 6 minus 4, 2. So 0.27. Question number 3. A reservoir was filled to 0.7 of its total capacity. 0.15 of its total capacity was used to produce electricity. Of the total capacity, how much water is now left in the reservoir? So that means subtraction. So the total capacity is 0.7. The used capacity is 0.15. So when you subtract, you get the remaining part. So now left in the reservoir. So that's the remaining capacity. Remaining part you subtract. So put a 0 there because you don't get any number there. 10 minus 5 is 5. This becomes 6. 6 minus 1, that's 5. 0.55. So we completed all theory related to decimal. So in a decimal number, the place occupied by the digit that appears just after the decimal point is the first decimal place. The place occupied by the digit that appears just after the first decimal place we call the second decimal place. And the decimal numbers can be compared either by writing them as a fractions or by comparing the values of the digits in the corresponding places of the two numbers. And then finally we did adding and subtracting decimals. The mathematical operation should be performed by considering for each number the value represented by the digit in each of the places of the number. So when you are adding, make sure that you align the decimal point in a column.